Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. We've got the Detroit Pistons and the Miami Heat. Justice Winslow still injured. They're counting the days until he returns.
Kevin, they're not going to have his services for a little while, so they'll just have to make do without him.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long. Word on the street is he'll be back sooner rather than later.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jennings and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Marcus Morris is out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Morris a screen. Feeds to Drummond. Puts up the baby hook, and it's good off the back rim and in. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night. And here's Miami. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Dang with the bucket. Dang's got his first
I
basket.
thought about
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the inside, here's Morris. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Slim, good. Slim's got 5 points so far.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jennings. Right side against Drummond. Jennings wide open. No good with the triple. Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Fires the 3, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Slim. He's got 8.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here is Slim following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Drummond with a screen on Wade. Jennings with the ball. Now guarded by Slim, and Drummond kicks to Zeller. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
Yeah, and watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Pick by Zeller. In the corner, it's Morris. Second shot opportunity. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. No problems knocking that one down. 14 points for Freak.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry. As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
Takes a 3, and again, Miami with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jennings. Here's Drummond, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Pistons shooting their first free throws here tonight. Free throw good, Drummond. And New group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Chris Bosh. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Chris Humphries has checked in for Zeller. Johnson comes in for Morris. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. And we'll take a look here at a very skilled bunch of point guards at the stripe. Look at the numbers they've put up over the last 10 games. Freak is
as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league, and that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
Yeah, typically you're going to find your best free throw shooters at that point guard spot, but it doesn't happen automatically. I mean, these fellas are consistently working and practicing to keep that percentage as high as it is.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Slim. He's already got 19 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Both free throws good from Slim. Pistons trail by 12. The drive by Jackson. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Slim. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Stan Van Gundy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Defending Amari Stoudemire is always a challenge, but Coach said he's even tougher now that he's developing his back-to-the-basket game. He said Amari can drive, shoot, and now post. He's going to get his points. We've just got to do our best to keep him away from the rim and deny him second-chance opportunities. A tall task, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here is Slim. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
It's Jackson with the drive. Outside, Meeks. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Slim. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pistons trail by 14. Jackson with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Here is Slim. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
Yeah, and the officials on the floor will make the final determination after reviewing the footage from the NBA's replay center. And we can follow along. We see what they're seeing.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability. It's Jarnell Stokes, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. Roberson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Slim in for Dwayne Wade. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Humphries comes in for Zeller. Johnson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Reggie Jackson. Slim in at point guard. Josh McRoberts out there with Andre Robertson. Then there's Dragic, and it's Stokes in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. The Heat shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Here's Humphries. Off target on the 15-footer.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D.
The dish to Meeks. Here's Caldwell-Pope from outside off the mark.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game. and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the second quarter.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Here's Slim, and he gets it to go. Slim's got 34.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 9. Shoots from 14. The offensive rebound. Here's Baines. It's stolen. To the left side wing. From deep. It's in from long range. One more from Slim. Slim's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Heat. Pistons trail by 15. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half. It's Meeks outside. No good. And the Heat going the other way now. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Reggie Jackson.
The drive by Jackson. From 18 feet away. Stokes with the rebound.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot. And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And so a pretty lopsided.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Jennings dishes to Drummond. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 5 assists in the game. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to Chicago. Here is Slim, and he has 42. From downtown, rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He finished with 69 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And stolen by Jennings. Oh, that's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
Detroit ball. 3 points, Dragons. Detroit calls timeout. Okay, Miami, now coming up the court are your Heat answers. Let them hear ya.
While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. Number 1, the Heat.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play all in.
Dang against Morris. Here's Drummond, and Whiteside sends it back.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level. To this point, it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Outside Jennings. Morris right side. Off the left rim and out. The Heat leading by 16. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Picked him clean. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for the Heat.
Pistons ball. In for your Heat.
Pistons trail by 18. Now here's Jennings. 7 points in the game. There's the pick. Drummond with a screen on Wade. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jennings. Can't hit. Great D that time from Slim.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Fires top of the key. And there's the call on Bosch. That is his first foul of the game.
Chris Bosh. That's his first.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 9. He feeds it to Zeller. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Zeller's got 4 this quarter.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Again, the miss by the Heat.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Outside Jennings. Kicks it to Drummond. Shot clock at 5. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. Here is Slim. He's guarded by Jennings. Good.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad situation. check of the stats for Drummond. Over the last month, getting it done. 4th in field goal percentage, 8th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And he's such an efficient scorer. I mean, he understands the offense. He moves well without the ball. I love what he does out there offensively.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Luol Deng. And a different look here for the Pistons. Chris Humphries has checked in for Cody Zeller. Johnson comes in for Marcus Morris. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, but Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
And that one falls for Johnson. Stokes is checked in for the Heat. Andre Robertson comes in for Dwayne Wade. So Johnson hits 2 of them.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closer. Picked by Humphries. Over to the wing. Meeks passes to Jackson. Humphries sets a pick for Jackson. He dishes it to Meeks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Meeks got his second bucket of the night.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Slim trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pistons trail by 17. Johnson with it. Now defended by Slim. Johnson attacking. Down low. Here's Humphries. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 1:10 left in the third quarter of the game. Slim passes to Stoudemire. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Jackson dishes to Meeks. Johnson, that's for 2. Miami grabs the miss. Slim's got 5 rebounds tonight. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Picked by Humphries. Jackson drives in. Up top, Humphries. Outside Jackson. Humphries sets a pick for Jackson. Johnson kicks to Jackson with the shot. Miami grabs the miss. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Slim. The 3-pointer is right on target. Slim's got 51.
They're going back to the 3-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
No good trying to beat the buzzer. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat out front, up. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Pistons trail by 16. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. And it's Slim. Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful. putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Reverberation throughout the entire building on that one.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And how about the impact that's going to have on your team? You can imagine how much adrenaline starts to flow through the veins after that one.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And the wide open shot for Morris. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got 6 assists here tonight. Stolen by Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Heat leading by 15. Here's Slim. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA break. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Here's Jennings. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And he's able to get it back. And the shot is good.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's Bosch. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Heat lead by 17. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Pick by Zeller. Jennings drives in, and Whiteside sends it back. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Dwayne Wade. 2.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Detroit making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Pistons trail by 20. Out left to the wing. All sorts of time. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. The shot's good from Slim.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Outside Jackson. 11 feet away. And the shot is long. The Heat leading by 21. And he lobs it up. It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Here's Slim. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Puts up a 3. But they'll get another chance. To the wing on the left. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Shot by Zeller. No good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Slim. A three-pointer is right on target. Slim's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Miami. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Jackson gets it to go.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control is essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
In the corner, it's Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Reggie
Jackson's got 6 assists in the game.
Timeout call for the Heat.
And the Heat with some changes. Jarnell Stokes, he's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Andre Robertson in for Dwayne Wade. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Humphries comes in for Zeller. Johnson, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Climbing the ladder for the 360. That's major bounce right there.
Yeah, Clark, he was sky high on the finish.
And how about the athleticism, coordination, and obviously a lot of confidence to pull something like that off.
Here's Jackson. Again, the Pistons score.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And tonight they take their first game of this highly anticipated 4-game season series. They now have 1 game remaining on the year and try to even things up against the Pistons.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Slim. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Got a piece of it. Jackson kicks to Baines. Miami grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Slim. Drops in the tray.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The drive by Jackson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And Miami can just let the clock run down here.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
To the paint. Wants to get it to Humphries and does. Misses from close range. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's on the sideline. Doris?
Chris, tell us a little bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Well, I mean, it's just energy and belief.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. What are your thoughts?
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.